Hey YouTube, back again with another short walk knife talk. Today we're going to talk about this knife, which is the Zero Tolerance 308, and ZT in general. To be more specific, what happened to one of the great American production brands. But first, I want to give my guys at Redhill Cutlery a shout out. Check them out online, or if you live close by, go check them out. They have a ton of stuff. There you go. Appreciate that. I am not affiliated, but one day I'd hope to work something out with them. All right, now on to this. This is a 308 BLK TS. Which the TS stands for Tiger Stripes, the BLK stands for black, because usually these are like a regular titanium color, and the blade is a heavy stone wash. This is a flipper only on bearings, titanium frame lock, and it's a big boy, and that's just the way I like it. And that's the way most ZTs used to be. Big, rugged, handful of ass, man. It was just a big old man knife that worked great, was built well, and was synonymous with America. Bigger, better, tougher, all that good shit. But here lately, they've been making some weird stuff. Stuff that is not on par with the past 10 years, 12 years of what they made. This is not typical of what they make now. I just have this one because it's really the only ZT that's out there made now that's not the 562 that I really like. The 562 is still made. It's a classic. It's a knife that everybody has or has had. It's a Hinderer collaboration. This is an in-house collaboration. That's what that symbol right there means on the blade. Anyway, just past few years, they just stopped making big old tough titanium frame locks. I remember the days of the 460 and 461, which is a magnificent knife. Even the smaller ones like the 808, 456, and they're all numbers. I wish they'd give them real names, but whatever. Stuff like that. They should have never stopped making those knives. They were fantastic. Emerson did a couple collaborations with them. Hinderer, of course. A lot of the big names. Even some of their sprint runs were fantastic. Sinkovich, they still make a Sinkovich collaboration. But anyway, they went away from it, and it's weird to me, and I don't understand it. I know they sold a butt ton of big old titanium frame locks, and I just don't understand why they went away from it. It's weird to me. If you know why, or if you got the plug in over there at Zero Tolerance and there's a good reason, let me know in the comments, because it's just crazy to me. I don't understand it. So back to this knife here. You guys know I'm not real big on flipper only, and even thought about putting one of them screw-on thumb studs there, or just putting a thumb stud there. I don't know. I might still do it. I might not. But this guy here is on bearings. It is exceptionally smooth. Even though there is a lot of mass with this blade, it is a big old blade. Nearly 4 inches. Handle is quite big. Reminds me of the 301 and the 303, which is a Strider collaboration. It's a freaking awesome knife once you de-assisted it. And I wish they'd bring that bad boy back too. It's a great knife. But this is as close as you're going to get to the old school ZTs, in my opinion. It does have this wild proprietary hardware, which doesn't really bother me because I can get into it fairly easy with a pair of needle nose or whatever, you know. So a lot of people don't like proprietary hardware. It is what it is. They decided to do it, so it's not that big of a deal. It is a giant pivot though, which I kind of like that. We have a 3 standoff screw to screw construction. It does have line. Can't see that. I apologize. On the G10 side, there is a steel liner that is milled out a little bit. The titanium side is not milled at all. It does have a steel lock bar insert, and yeah, it's a great knife. Wish it had a thumb stud deployment or a disc or something to go with it, but you know, flipper this one will be only. The pocket clip, biggest complaint. This pocket clip is abysmal. It is very shallow, and guys that carry and use these kinds of knives are usually blue-collar working men that wear thick khaki pants, and they need room for the pocket. You can't put that in a pair of jeans or thick khaki pants or anything like that. I got somebody on a golf cart coming up. I'm gonna pause this real quick. Be right back. Anyway, back to this pocket clip. Sorry about that. It's terrible. And when you're holding the knife, you can feel it. And I'm not one to complain about hot spots, but look at that duckbill, whatever you want to call that. That thing is jabbing the crap out of your hand when you hold it. Horribly bad. So I'm not going to keep that around very long. It looks like it has the same screw pattern as a Benchmade, so I'm going to put a deep carry on it from MXG or Lynch or one of those. Yeah, that's got to go. That pocket clip is flipping terrible, and it's steel. I mean, they could have really, for a $300 and something knife, they could have put a daggone titanium clip on that. But you know, they didn't, and that's what it is. The G10 feels great, and I love the texturing on both sides there. I like a textured titanium. The G10 feels pretty good. This little window here is just aesthetic. It does nothing except for collect debris. I don't use this knife for work, even though I would love to, but I don't because of the bearings and because of stuff like that. But for medium duty EDC, it works great. I like a big knife, so you know, this knife isn't going to be for everybody. But if you're into big honking knives, this will do it. What else? It is quite heavy. Very heavy. Let me see if I got my scales. One sec. Alright guys, sorry, I found my scales, but I need to change the battery, so anyway, it's heavy. I'm sure it's in the 7.5 to 8.5 ounce range, maybe even heavier. But that doesn't bother me at all, so it is what it is. So, why did ZT go away from this? I'd like to hear you guys' opinions on that and let me know, because this thing is what is zero tolerance built their name on. Stuff like this and stuff that's better than this. I don't know. It's like they want to destroy their own company. It's weird to me. Some of the stuff they're making now is just dainty and has some just weird design elements going on, and it doesn't make much sense to me. So if you know, let me know. But for now, we do have a decent zero tolerance available. The 562 is still available. This 308 is, and you can still get the 452 and the 450, which aren't bad either. So the 452 is a big old 4-inch Sinkovich knife, and it's pretty good. It's in S30V though. This one, forgot to say, is in 20 CV. Now, I've also heard a little bit of problems with their heat treats. So I don't know how true it is. So I'm going to do some cut testing with this one, along with a few of the other knives that you guys have seen in the previous videos. So we'll see what happens. But as usual, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell. I assure you I will not drive you nuts. I will never do more than one video a day. And probably no more than 3 or 4 a week. So, won't drive you crazy with ridiculous amounts of content. And I'm kind of running low on knives. I have 4 or 5 more that I want to do videos on, and then I'm going to have to start buying some other stuff. So, until then, or until next time, you guys have a wonderful weekend.